Good afternoon, everyone. The native sons of the Golden West have been making historical, educational, and civic and military dedications throughout California since its inception in 1875. With over 1,500 dedications to date, the Native Sons of the Golden West has become the most active organization in California, taking the first historical preservation and dedication of our state's historical treasures very serious. We thank you for your help of our order and thank you for all your attendance. This extraordinary session of the 146th Grand Parlor of the Native Sons of the Golden West is now assembled, that we may fittingly open our labors. The worthy past Grand President will offer prayer.
Please uncover. O great designer and builder of the universe, thou master of time and space, we ask thy blessing upon the work we are here to commence. We beseech thy favor upon the workmen here engaged. We supplicate thee to strengthen the hand of all worthy endeavors. Give unto us to realize our full aspirations in this site, and make it stand against the storm of time and evil. Permit it to endure against ignorance, injustice, and intolerance. Bless those who shall teach truth. Aid those who shall seek justice. Reward those who shall maintain honor. Preserve unto us our liberties and traditions of our forefathers. Give unto us the citizens' courage and understanding. Endow our government and our nation with enduring wisdom, complete toleration, and eternal independence. Let our light shine upon the whole world to the end that peace, prosperity, equality, and liberty shall be the portion of all men, and to thee shall be all the praise and glory forever. Amen.
Amen. Please remain standing as the worthy Grand Marshal will lead us in the salute to the flag of the United States of America.
Please uncover. Veterans may salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
By virtue of the office, I now proclaim the 146th Grand Parlor of the Native Sons of the Golden West convened an extraordinary session for the purpose of dedicating South Oroville African American Historic Site. Worthy Grand First Vice President, whence comes the sand and the gravel, and what do they signify?
Worthy Grand President, this sand and this gravel were gathered from all counties of California, from her mountains, her rivers, and her valleys, from Del Norte, where the northern boundary emerges from the Pacific, from Modoc, where the northern line intercepts the 120th meridian, from Lake Tahoe, where the boundary departs the meridian to strike the Colorado River, from the Colorado at the Mexican line, from San Diego, where our southern boundary meets the waters of the Ocean of Peace. It typifies the natural greatness and resources of California untouched by the arts of man. It is the essence of our being. The foundations laid by the Creator upon our fathers have built this great state.
Worthy Grand Second Vice Presidents, whence come the cement and what does it mean to its presence?
The Grand President, the cement comes from all the mills in California, from Riverside, from Colton, from San Juan, from Santa Cruz, from San Andreas, and from Redwood City, from Permanente, from all the places within our state The skill of man transforms this natural rock into a needed element of construction. It typifies the history and efforts of mankind. It brings to our minds the proof that man has harnessed the forces of nature and has wrought well for the advancement of humanity. As it is a necessary element of construction, it symbolizes the truth and reason and energy of man is necessary to bind together the elements of society that a perfect state may exist.
We're the third vice president. Whence comes the water and what does it tell us?
Worthy Grand President, this water is brought from the site of the Missions of California, from San Diego, founded in 1769, to Sonoma, founded in 1823. It speaks to us of the saintly Junipero Serra, of the intrepid Anza, of the patient Luswain, of the gallant Portola, of the devoted Duran. It tells us of the discoverer Cabrillo, the explorer Vizcaíno, of the soldier Galvez. It brings to our minds the still more important era when the sons of Colombia established respect for law and right without the power of force and built here by the strength of their own will a great state. It calls to the memory all the beauties of traditions of the past. It is symbolic of the spirit that made and preserved us a nation. It typifies the reverence that we feel for established government, for law, and justice. It is here as the symbol of patriotism and loyalty. It admonishes us that the resources of nature and the energy of man cannot accomplish lasting results unless mingled with the lessons and the traditions of the past.
May the resources of nature, mingled with the energy of man, ever produce a fit material from which to build a splendid future. May the traditions and lessons of the past ever keep us true to the duty. May the example of the forefathers hold us fast to our destined work. Thus, with the bounteous resources of nature, do we mingle the energy and reason for man to produce the present. The present is like unto the mortar which we may mold into shape at will. If we have made it accordingly to the teachings of the past, it will harden into history that will glorify us. But errors in our part will forever show in the hardness mass. The present is ours, but the present will soon be the past. We shall pass on to history. Let our work be worthy, done to the end that will characterize as makes good history. Over here. On behalf of all men who love truth, justice, equality, independence, and toleration, I now declare South Oroville African American Historic Site well and truly dedicated, and as our native state has contributed to the mortar which the plaque is sealed, as many of our hearts of all men cherish and defend liberty and justice, may law ever prevail. May loyalty ever move our sons of California to preserve the spirit of 49, and may California forever purpose the homes of free-born, tolerant Americans. The junior past Grand President will now ask the favor of heaven upon our work.
Please uncover. Father eternal, lift up the hearts of all men. Give them to act beyond their words. Make their practices equal to their promises. Extend thy divine protection to the work of this day. Cause this site to be a beacon of light and hope to all the inhabitants hereabout. Endow all who shall labor therein with truth and wisdom. Bless all who shall labor for the advancement of our country and its people. Preserve unto us the inheritance of our fathers. Give unto our children greater light than was given unto us, and eternal rest grant unto all who shall fall in the battle of life. Amen.
The work for which we have assembled has been completed. I now declare the extraordinary session of the 146th Grand Parlor of the Native Sons of the Golden West duly closed. I'm going to have my incoming Grand Marshal read the text. The South Oroville African American Historical Society, in quotations, by any means necessary. African Americans started migrating to Oroville with an 1860 census identifying 41 African Americans in the area. African American migrants were among the millions seeking a better life and more opportunities in the West. At the end of the Civil War in 1865, an increasing number of former slaves and their descendants settled in a segregated area south of the center of Oroville. Many African American elders worked in labor-intensive jobs in local lumber mills and in construction, mining, agriculture, and food processing. These elders called their new community Southside, and in due time, churches, homes, and businesses were constructed. More than a century after the founding of Southside, Southside residents joined together to buy land so they could construct a community center. The Oroville Action Council was created to lead the effort. Southside residents donated money to buy the 3.7 acres as the site of construction of the community center. As of 2018, the dream of building a center and park for families and individuals is being carried on by the South Oroville African American Historical Society. This land purchase is a symbol of the self-determination, values, and character of the proud people of the Southside community. Dedicated August 4th, 2018, Native Sons of the Golden West, Carey D. Pearce, Grand President, and Argonaut Parlor 8. Really is a true honor to do this rededication, and we are all blessed to be here. Now I'd like to introduce the team that took place in the dedication. Grand Junior Past President Ron Baracco from Sonoma 111. Grand First Vice President Marcia Skelton from Redwood 66, also a Grand Trustee. Grand Second Vice President Dave Schaefer from Santa Rosa 28, Grand Trustee, Chairman of the Board. Grand Third Vice President Gary Pageant from 111, who is the Grand Third Vice President. The Grand Marshal Mitch Lang from Santa Rosa 28, who is the Grand Marshal.
It is my honor to introduce the brother taking the part of the Grand President at today's beautiful dedication. He is from Napa Parlor number 62. He is the Grand First Vice President, and to be the Grand President of our order, Brother George Adams.
And I thank you guys for coming out today. And did you guys want to say some things for us?
Dr. John Rivers, come on up.
I don't think that's tall enough for me.
You just grab it. Pull it out of there.
You can pull it out.
There you go.
First of all, thank you very much for rededicating this dream that we had over 18 years ago. Thank you for the time. Thank you for the stick-to-itness that I have witnessed with the Native Sons. While I'm not authentic Native Son, I am a friend. And what I understand in life is that friends are authentic. And so I join you in that behalf as well. I want to say that if you heard the language on the plaque here, it starts up with the phrase, by any means necessary. And one of the things I've heard from one of my current board members was that he's dedicated to our work. And then he mentioned that his wife had one problem with us, and it couldn't be because we meet too much. It had to do with the phrase, by any means necessary. And I explained to him that she was probably reacting to hearing that, and the person who was mentioning that, at the time, we had social arguments and to some degree disruption in the country. And I thought to myself, how often do we take phrases like liberty, justice, equality, and it means so much difference between individuals, and that at these times, history is occurring at that time, and even the history of the times will provide the meanings. But I want you to know, in true honor and respect for our elders, we understand what that means. We understand that when faced with adversity, when faced with injustice, when faced with problems that we didn't create, we just showed up, we still know the truth and the way. And it's through our faith, it's through our shared culture that we persist. And so I'm proud to have this here because it's symbolic of one of the characteristics of our elders, and we hope and pray that it continues to be the aspiration of our children and our children's children and their children, that this is a principle by which one is guided, with the help of God, we're able to accomplish things that perhaps we didn't even think we could accomplish. But this saga continues. We've lost a lot of our original board members through death, and we recognize that we're not in charge. We can only be in charge of what it is we can do, that we're dedicated to do, with the principles and values we have learned. So I want to thank the Native Sons again, and hopefully we won't have to keep dedicating.
We'll just keep coming back.
But this flame is not fading. This flame is lighting up after the covert, whatever they call it, the thing that wiped us out. It made us stumble as a nation, but we come back strong. And we will continue our work, and with brothers and sisters like you, we'll get there. Dr. King said we'll get to the promised land. Others have said we have to keep going. And what I think that my entire so-called formal education has given me is that we're always reaching for something better. And that is a principle of the essence of this country, and that's why we can all have faith in it. So thank you again. And there's so much brass here. There's so many grand people here. I feel honored that you let me say a few words. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. John Rivers. Now you guys know why I'm inspired. He is a mentor and a man to follow. Everything that was read and expressed today, this shows the richness and diversity of America. We are one among many. And the African American experience is just one among many stories that need to be told and remembered and preserved, because that's what makes us American. I want to thank some Argonaut members, Native Sons of the Golden West. Jeremy Crimson, he's the one who built this stand the first time. He disassembled it and replaced the existing plaque. He couldn't be here today. He was out of town for a company function. I want to thank our board. I want to thank all the fine people of Oroville. Our new project, which Dr. Rivers didn't mention, we're hoping to buy a panel for a secure fence line so this won't happen again. So be aware, that we'll be notified shortly. All monies donated will be going to that effect to secure this property. And if I have my way, between the Feather River Park District or the city of Oroville, the county or the state, we will make this some kind of a partnership of a park that everybody can enjoy. So with that being said, I also want to thank Carl Von Bargen. He's the one that was in contact with Feather River Rancheria, where some of you guys are staying. They actually paid for the replacement of this plaque. So thank you to everybody. Have a great day.
Okay, before we leave, I'd like to get a photo session.